Before you freak out, let me explain. What I mean by this specific title is I no longer follow the religion I was first taught to follow. From where I'm from, a lot of people are usually very, very Christian, or at least more Christian based, which there's nothing wrong with that. As long as it makes you a better person, I don't care. But I just like to reiterate that this is just my view and why I've decided, or within the past couple years, to basically convert. I don't like using that word because it's got such a negative connotation with it. It's a little bit scary, but basically I just transferred religions. This is just gonna be my basically why I went from Christianity to polytheism, as I mentioned in my 100 Things About Me video. I am a polytheist, so I believe in multiple gods. I also believe in them from different pantheons as well. This is also not like a way to get you to convert. That's also really weird. I don't care what religion you are. I honestly just care if you're a cool person, man. But no. So when I was younger, I didn't really start going to church. Like, it wasn't really enforced. I was just kind of like trickled information, you know, through like family lines and just stuff people had said, and I was like, okay, and I just went with it because, you know, I was little baby. So there wasn't, not like a lack of critical thinking, but you're kind of just like, okay, and then go play with another toy or something. But yeah, I didn't really start going to church till around like 2nd grade, which for my non-American viewers is about when you're 8 or 9 years old. And I remember going. Sorry, just got a text. Where was I? Wow, this is really messy. 2nd grade. It was kind of just like a thing where my parents were like, this could be good for you. And so we went. And it felt a little bit strange, but I was like, okay, I guess these are good lessons. But it felt weird because part of me was like, am I being punished? Because I was just like, well, it just felt like it was teaching me like the most basic like human things, not in a bad way, that sounds really bad, but like it was lessons on like don't lie, don't steal. So I felt like I was like, did I do something where I like have to like recondition myself to learn these things even though I already know them? That was the root of it. Then for a while I kind of just stuck with it. But then, and this is a way lighter version that I'm going to give, 1 for time and 2 because it's really personal. But then puberty starts to hit and you ask yourself a lot more questions about the universe, and things can really go really downhill, especially mentally, and with feelings like anxiety. You have all these other questions because you had all these like predispositions. You had all these predispositions, right? And then your life kind of gets turned upside down when you learn all these other things that you weren't quite taught before, and you're expected to deal with them. And it's a scary thing because it did make my faith dwindle, and that's terrifying. It sent me into a depression for like 2.5 to 3 years. Of course it like fluctuated, but it wasn't good. So basically almost my entire middle school section was just not a good time. then around high school, I kind of, you know, I kind of got back the spark a little bit, but religion wasn't really on the forefront. But I started, you know, you get more information when you're older. And then, unfortunately, because recovery isn't linear, depression comes back, life experiences happen, you question things again. For a while, I tried, or it made more sense for me to be, I guess, atheist or agnostic, and I did, I guess, try that for a while. But also, it also just made me stoop into a worse depression. But then I started doing more research, and I was like, I basically came to terms with myself and was like, okay, well, because there's also a little bit of weird, like, rules you implement for yourself or from your religion, right? And one of the main ones from Christianity is not to stray from God or to worship any other gods before him. I think that's the actual thing, the actual quote. But in my head, I was like, if this God is as loving as he claims to be, he will understand if I need to leave, if it is for my safety and my sanity. So I started branching out, and I was like, what would fit me? And I'm an adventurous person. I like the idea of new walks of life, of exploring. It made the most sense for me to be like, well, if I can't just claim one specific one or nothing at all, why not believe in everything? Because that brought me the most comfort. It made me feel the most safe. It made me feel like instead of going to talk to this one omniscient figure who felt like he had a chokehold on me, instead I could go like talk to a friend. And the way I also explain this to people who don't quite understand polytheism is, imagine, right, you're subscribed to like a specific set of YouTubers. Those YouTubers would be the gods you go to, right? Because they provide you comfort, you like interacting with them, etc. But you understand that there are more like channels out there. It's kind of like that with me. Like, yes, I believe that everything is real, so to speak. But also, I'm not gonna like just go all willy-nilly. I don't know if that makes sense, but basically, TLDR, it helped me out of a really bad depression, and my life has been better ever since. Also, other random thing, this is like completely random, it has nothing to do with the video other than a lot of people seem to just think I'm an atheist. Like when they just, I don't know what it is, but I'm not, but yeah. This is the softer version of it. Obviously I don't get involved with closed practices because they're closed, but yeah. I believe in everything because it makes me feel better. Also because a lot of, and this may be obvious from shirt, but a lot of certain type of ideologies that stem from Christianity, and probably other religions too, but specifically the one I was involved with, are not the best for certain groups of people. Now, not everyone in the specific religion, but unfortunately people like to try and use religion to twist history, unfortunately. So basically, I just got out of that entire loop. Of judgment, and instead kind of embraced what I thought was right. Also, I do still believe in a version of the Christian God, because I do believe in everything, just not the like standard one that most people believe in. But yeah, I feel like it's set me on a better path for being a better person. I have changed a lot because of it. I cringe at my past self for things I thought because of being in such a tight bubble, which is not always a bad thing, but yeah.